Project 613, day 158, continuing on the laws associated with animal sacrifices in the Holy Temple. So besides for the fact that it has to be a specific type of animal, such as a cow, a sheep, a goat, and it must not have any blemishes, there is also a minimum age. It must be at least 8 days old. It's proper to wait a little bit longer, so it's a little bit bigger, and it's more appropriate for the altar, but the minimum age of a sacrifice in the Holy Temple is 8 days old. So that's the positive commandment, to wait 7 days, and on the 8th day, you're allowed to offer this animal as a sacrifice. Now, there are two specific types of animals that, although they don't have a specific blemish or they're not underage, however, if someone gave a sheep to a harlot in exchange for her services, that sheep cannot be offered as a sacrifice on the altar. If someone traded a sheep for a dog, that sheep is not allowed to be used on the altar as a sacrifice. Now, on the altar, it's very specific what is allowed to be offered there, and the Torah says a very specific negative commandment that one is never allowed to offer onto the altar something that is chametz, something that is leaven. There were meal offerings that were offered on the altar made of flour, and there were different things that were included in the meal offering. If that meal offering became chametz, it was disqualified from being offered on the altar. In addition, honey was never allowed on the altar. Every sacrifice that was offered on the altar needed to be sprinkled with salt. So there's a positive commandment that everything offered on the altar had to be sprinkled with salt. And then there is the negative commandment, one is not allowed to offer a saltless offering. Thank you all for watching. More tomorrow.